My name is DTD, and welcome back to Doki Doki Exit Music Redux, Part 4. In the last episode, we kind of just hung out with Natsuki, didn't really do too much. We read some manga with her, we ate breakfast together. However, while we were hanging out, Sayori kind of barged into our house and saw Natsuki's bruised face. After telling her a white lie, not the whole truth, but a little bit of it, she eventually left, and the MC went to the market to get some groceries. While there, he ran into Monica, who expressed her annoyance that the MC wouldn't be there for the class. However, after talking to her for a little bit, the MC eventually managed to get back home, and that's where we are currently at, and that's where we left off. So, without further ado, let's just dive right on in. Still reeling from the encounter with Monica, I reach my street with groceries in tow. The bags themselves aren't hefty, but I feel like my arm is going to give out. This is what I get for not sleeping well, or eating well for that matter. To be honest, I'm not doing anything well at this point. I walk up to the front door and shove it open with my good shoulder. Hauling the bags over to the kitchen, I lift them up before setting them down on the counter. One of them slashes over to the side, the carton of cupcakes I bought for Natsuki sliding out in plain view. Almost immediately, Natsuki's arm reaches from around me and snatches it away. Yoink! Hey, I was planning on making some actual food first, you know. A little appetizer won't hurt. She shrugs her shoulders. Well, I didn't know what kind of chocolate you preferred, so I just got some cupcakes instead. Hey, I'll take anything at this point. Thanks. No worries, Natsuki. If you really want to know, though, white chocolate rules overall. Duly noted. Well then, if you don't mind me, I'm gonna go ahead and cook us up some dinner. Hey, wait, I'll come and help. No, stay put. I'll handle it. You sure about that? Just because I can't bake doesn't mean I can't cook. I mean, I'd be pretty screwed up if I didn't know, living alone and all. Fair enough, just don't burn the house down, okay? I did just move in after all. Har har, very funny. If you smell smoke, you know what it is. I grab the apron slung over the oven door's handle and tie it around my waist. What are you laughing at? Ah, that is amazing. I wish I had my phone with me, because this is art. Hey, either I wear it or you do. Well, yeah. At least I can pull it off. Sure. Well, I'm gonna go find something fun to watch. You work your magic, okay? Uh-huh. Natsuki chuckles as she heads back into the living room. Alright, cooking skills, don't fail me now. Black screen. Well, it's not the worst thing I've ever made, but it's certainly not my proudest meal. I hope it's serviceable. I take a plate in each hand and bring them both into the living room. Natsuki, having heard the noise, rushes up and snatches her plate out of my hand before returning to her seat. I join her, resting my meal onto my lap. She picks up her fork and knife and gets ready to eat. I start digging into my own plate. It's not exactly the best meal I've eaten, but it works. I take a glance at Natsuki, curious as to how she likes it. She's tearing through it at an Olympic pace. I don't know what I expected, but I guess edible is more than enough for me. Nat, take a breather, jeez. This is still good grub. I might have underestimated your cooking. She continues eating as she speaks. I didn't catch any of that. She pauses for a second before finally swallowing her food. What I was trying to say was, this is pretty good. It's not my best, but I appreciate it. This isn't your best? I can whip up some mean instant noodles. And suddenly I have no regrets coming here. Regrets? It was just a joke, DTD. I shouldn't be getting too worked up about it. That's a relief. Oh, by the way, probably best you didn't come to the store with me. Yeah? How come? I ran into Monica. She was stocking up on snacks for this surprise party for Sayori. It was supposed to be today, but when I told her I was going to be a no-show, she moved it to Monday. Natsuki stops eating for a moment. Something about that rubs me the wrong way. Yeah? Listen, I don't know Sayori as well as you do, but just look, imagine if everyone knew about my situation and they decided to throw me a surprise party telling me everything will be okay when they don't really know jack crap about what I'm going through. Honestly, I'd be kind of pissed. It just seems really patronizing to me. But I don't know, I'm not Sayori. Maybe she would like it. I hadn't thought of it like that. Just my 2 cents. Maybe you can bring it up with Monica? I don't know, Monica seemed kind of, out of it today. She's stressed out, that's for sure. After all the stuff with Sayori, the festival falling apart, people missing the club, she might just need something to go right, you know? And like you said, Sayori's not like you. Maybe she will appreciate it. We can only hope. Yeah. Having demolished her meal, Natsuki moves her plate off of her lap and onto the coffee table. Meanwhile, I'm only halfway done. So... Yeah? Are you going to finish that? Actually, yes I am. If you're still hungry, you got that chocolate in the kitchen. Nah, I was just messing with you. Thanks for reminding me about the Chalky, though. I'll get to that soon enough. Natsuki stands up, grabs her dish, and disappears into the kitchen with it. I call out to her. Hey, Nat? Yeah? You know, Monica still wants us to write poems. So? So, we should sit down and do that at some point? I'll do you one better. She appears in the doorway empty-handed. How about we do our poems separately, then we save them for the club? That could be exciting. Plus, it means you don't get to read all the trash drafts of it. But that's the fun part. Sure it is. Did Monica specify a theme? She did, but it relied on everyone in the club cooperating. And since we weren't there... We got quiet for a moment, silently brainstorming. Before long, though, I break the silence. Honestly, I might just try and make a start of mine now. You do that. I think I'm gonna hit the hay. Thanks for dinner, DTD. It was pretty good as far as I was expecting for you. Finishing my food, I place the plate down on the nearby coffee table. Well, if you're going to live in my house, it's not like I'm going to leave you unfed. I stand up, gearing to go write my poem. Out of nowhere, I feel Natsuki's tight embrace. I return the gesture. After a few seconds, she slowly pulls herself away. Good night, DTD. Good night, Nat. She climbs the stairs? She climbs the stairs, slowly leaving my line of sight. I wonder what all that was about. Anyways, I should probably get to that poem before calling it a night. I start heading upstairs myself. As I reach the hall, I catch one last glimpse of Natsuki closing the door to the spare room. Entering my bedroom, I take a seat at my desk, pick up a pen, and begin tapping at the paper as I get lost in my own thoughts. Black screen. Saturday, 30th of September, 2017. I'm rudely awakened by the irritating yap of my alarm, even though it's a Saturday. I haphazardly swipe at it in an effort to turn it off. In my dazed trance, all I manage to do is knock everything off my nightstand, including the alarm. Still beeping, I force myself out of bed to shut it off once and for all. Since I'm already up, I opt to start my day earlier than expected and head downstairs. I trudge to the living room and sink into the couch. As the cushiony softness takes me in, I soon find myself feeling at ease with the calm, tranquil silence washing over me. For now, I'm only left with my thoughts and the beautiful morning sunshine coming through the window. Considering the events of the past few days, this is exactly what I needed. I can finally relax and think clearly for once. No panic, no stress, no... My trail of thought drifts off as the creaking of floorboards upstairs yank me from my peace. Looks like Natsuki's awake as well. I turn to face her as she groggily walks down the steps. Morning, Nat. She rubs her eyes and let out a yawn. Hey, DTD. Why are you doing up so early? I glance over at the clock and see it's only 8 in the morning. It's not that early, you know. It is for you. Hey! She shrugs her shoulders as a smile creeps onto her face. I don't know, you just seem like the type to sleep through half of your Saturday.
Am I wrong?
Well, not really, no.
Heh, figures.
Wait, figures?
Well, but I'm hungry. I'm going to make something.
Natsuki stomps her way to the kitchen. Leaving the comfort of the couch, I reluctantly follow her.
You got bacon and eggs yesterday, right?
Yeah? Natsuki quickly grabs the apron slung over the oven handle and puts it on.
Then let's make some bacon and eggs.
I take a good look at her. Natsuki in an apron. Crap. She does pull it off.
Hey, stop oogling and start helping.
That's not... I'm not... never mind. What do you need me to do?
How good are you at making bacon?
As good as it can be, I guess.
Stop being so wishy-washy. You gotta have pride in the things you're good at.
I don't exactly take pride in my cooking, Nat.
Don't sell yourself short, DTD. Even I gotta admit, dinner last night was pretty good.
I'm happy you liked it.
You should be. The Natsuki seal of approval is a rare artifact sought out by many.
I bet.
Alright, I gave you enough positive reinforcement. Now go make some bacon.
Yeah. So, I take out the 2 large plates from the washing rack by the sink. I grab the bacon strips and lay them out on the cold pan. I make sure to keep them somewhat close together. I slowly turn up the heat. Now it's time to wait until they start to sizzle.
DTE, you forgot these.
Huh? What did I forget? She throws a pair of tongs my way. Of course, the tongs. How did I forget that?
How do you like your eggs?
I like them scrambled.
Good choice. Nice to know I'm not living with a complete idiot.
What's the wrong answer?
Poached. Still good, but by far the worst as far as eggs go. Though, Yeah, you're still an idiot.
I just can't catch a break, can I?
I can't let you get soft on me.
Oh, soft, says the girl who has an entire Perfect Girls box set.
Perfect Girls is amazing. Hell, even you like the series.
Sure, but do I have an entire box set, though?
Not like you'd want one in the first place.
Well, yes and no.
What's that even mean?
I wouldn't want one of my own, because I couldn't imagine reading it without you. I could hear a pin drop from across the kitchen. Quick to salvage the silence, I pipe up. Well, you know, I just enjoy your enthusiasm for it.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, all I'm saying is how it's cute how invested you are in the story. Natsuki grabs an egg and cracks it on the rim of the bowl, dropping the yolk perfectly inside.
You see that egg, DTD?
Yeah?
That's going to be your skull after I'm done with you.
Oh wow, I'm so scared.
You should be.
I pay no attention to Natsuki's empty threats. The bacon starts to buckle and curl. Grabbing the tongs, I drag and turn the strips, trying to get them as crispy as possible. I'm a bit tense as the fat splatters around, ready to burn me if I'm not careful. I should be fine as long as I keep my distance.
You know, I was looking for paper to write my poem on last night, but guess what I found instead?
Oh, please enlighten me.
3 whole stacks of that crappy shonen manga. What was it called again?
Is this her sweet revenge? That manga's great. People only hate it because it's popular.
Or maybe, just maybe, you just have really bad taste.
Oh, come on. It's really not bad as people...
Ow!
Out of nowhere, I feel a burning sensation on my arm. I think I got hit by the splattering bacon grease.
Careful, DTD.
Yeah. I just got caught off guard.
Alright.
She turns her attention back to the eggs. Man, this is so embarrassing. Let's just get this over with so I can go take a long shower. Maybe even a cold shower. Okay, maybe not. I'm not a psychopath. Maybe if I'm lucky, she'll slip up too and I won't look like a total idiot. I get back to my bacon strips, defeated for now. They're starting to look really crispy. I keep moving them with the tongs just to make sure I got every spot. Eventually, I deem them prepared enough and start dispersing them between the 2 plates. Any ideas for drinks?
Something hot.
Well, I've got coffee. I've got a packet of green tea.
Ooh, have you got hot chocolate?
I'll go check if I have some. I open up the cabinets and eventually I find a box of hot cocoa powder. I start boiling the water. Guess we're in luck. I take out the box, shaking it in front of Natsuki. She smiles at me while continuing to scramble the eggs. I open the cabinets and take out 2 mugs, one pink and one red. I don't need to ask where the bright pink mug with cat ears came from. Natsuki's preparing what seems to be the most fluffy serving of scrambled eggs I've ever seen in my life. She places that plate of eggs on the table as I continue to tend to our drinks.
Hey, DTD, come here. I want to teach you something. You see these 2 wonderful, crispy-looking bacon strips?
That's a lot more positivity than I was expecting.
They're missing something.
And what would that be?
Seasoning. That's how you bring a dish together. Proper seasoning.
I didn't even know you were supposed to season bacon.
Well, if you're going to season it, it should be before you try frying it. I always like a sriracha and sesame marinade.
What? Marinade? Yeah.
Back when I used to...
She's silent for a moment before pepping back up.
But hey, live and learn. Some fresh ground black pepper and garlic salt will do for now.
Season away then, Master Chef. She starts looking through the cabinets, eventually taking out 2 containers of multicolored powder. I don't know what they are, I don't know what they do, and I have no idea where they came from. Have they always been there? I really need to keep a better track of what I have. With a pinch of each of the powders, she starts distributing them among the strips. From where I'm standing, it looks like some kind of evolved witchcraft. I hope she's not trying to poison me. Guess that's the difference between my cooking and hers. She does have it for the art, I do it to survive. Well, I do it to try to survive at least. She slowly steps away from the dishes.
It's ready!
Well, let's just get these drinks finished up and we'll dig right in. I put the hot cocoa powder in the mug and pour the hot boiling water in. I mix the contents with a tablespoon, making sure everything is even. I quickly prepare my coffee as well. Natsuki goes ahead and heads to the living room. With my cup of coffee in hand, I follow, ready to enjoy our lavish breakfast. Walking up to the couch, I place the drink on the coffee table in front of her. She takes a whiff of the hot chocolate. I can't help but take notice of the resulting smile.
Hey, DTD, did you switch our drinks?
Nope, there's coffee in this, hot chocolate in that. Why do you ask?
Why do you pour your coffee in the bright pink mug with cat ears?
Because obviously a bright pink mug with cat ears is the epiphany of manliness. She bursts into laughter, cacking away at my dumb joke. I crack a smile. The smell of freshly cooked breakfast. Sunlight pouring in through the windows. The steam emanating from our hot beverages. Natsuki sitting across me, still laughing. It's weird. All this is happening right now, but it somehow already feels nostalgic. I start digging in. Let's start with the bacon. I need to see how well my efforts have fared. After a few bites, I conclude that it was just good enough. Seems appropriate for something I made. Looking over at Natsuki, I see her take a bite of the bacon. She seems to have taken notice of me trying to gauge her opinion. That bad, huh?
What? No way. They're decent at least.
Okay, let's see how good your eggs are before you talk big game.
Please do.
I take a portion of the scrambled eggs and stuff them into my mouth. What does that say? Oh my gosh, these eggs are great.
I couldn't hear you. Can you speak up?
These eggs are great.
What?
These eggs are great!
Ah, that's better. Told ya.
Yeah, don't rub it in. I take a sip from the mug. This bright pink cat-eared mug. Hey, can I ask you something?
Sure. What's up?
The mug's yours, right?
Yeah?
Why bring this of all things? Kind of a dead weight, isn't it? Surely you could have used that space for something... I trail off as Natsuki glares at me.
It is not dead weight.
Sorry, I was just asking. If you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. I take another sip from the mug. Natsuki fidgets in her seat before speaking.
Christmas gift. From Dad.
Oh. I set the mug down on the table. Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Besides, apart from that, it's just a plain old mug.
Fair enough. I habitually go for another sip, but catch myself before putting it back down.
So what's the plan then?
I don't know. Not much to do when we're stuck here.
Perfect girls?
Maybe later? I don't know how much more I can take of cute girls doing cute things. I seen enough of that this morning alone.
Oh, what? Are you going to read your crappy, lowest common denominator manga instead?
And suddenly I'm struck with a genius idea. No, Natsuki. I won't read it.
Huh?
We're going to read it.
No, absolutely not.
Ah, come on, I read Perfect Girls.
You liked Perfect Girls.
And maybe you'll like mine.
Maybe I won't.
Okay then, here's the $1 million question. You've got literally anything better to do?
There's like 60 volumes. Let's be real, I probably wouldn't be able to finish out my own in my lifetime.
That's what I said at first. Then I sat down and binged the entire series in 3 sessions.
Yeah. See, I have this thing called a life.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry, that came out so wrong. I was trying to be
Don't even start.
Right. I'm sorry. You know, if you wanted, we could always change things up here. We could go for a little walk around the neighborhood, get some fresh air, you know. Being cooped up in here can't be that good for you.
Okay, I see where this is going. I'd love to go out. Don't take offense, CTD, because your house is nice. But man, being stuck here sucks. But you know, there is this small, teeny, tiny issue of my dad. What if he's in the neighborhood? What do we do then?
He lives on the other side of town. He's not going to find himself in some random suburb around here.
What if he knows I'm with you?
And how would he know that?
I don't know. You're right, of course. I just can't shake the feeling.
Well, if you're scared of your dad so much, why keep the mug?
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm curious. Why would you keep a memento from him? Natsuki flinches back. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to push this on you.
You wanted to hear it, so... The stupid mug is probably the closest thing to a Christmas gift he got me in years. I don't know why he picked a mug of all things. Must have been the bare minimum. But I guess it gives me some kind of reassurance that even despite, well, everything, he's still my dad.
How can you say that when he beats you? I don't understand how you can just...
I can't help it. Being stuck with the a-hole my whole life has done this to me.
It's made you complacent is what it's done. I don't know how hard it's going to be, but you do know you need to let this go, right? I mean, not the mug literally, but him. For the person who ran away from him, you're sticking up for him a whole lot. And suddenly I realize, wait a minute. Did you not call the police because you didn't want to put your dad in prison?
What? No. It's a lot more complicated than that, okay? In fact, haven't we already been through this?
Well, yeah, but I just never got your lack of faith in the police department. I mean, surely do something if you made a report.
You'd think that, wouldn't you? I tried a few years ago. I went to them, told them everything I could. And nothing. Not a call or a follow-up. Nothing. Not a darn thing. They took my statement, I guess, but I never heard back from them. I guess in the long term, I should count my blessings I never found out. I can't even say that I'd be here if he had.
A tense silence washes over us as her mind races with the gruesome possibilities. He glares at the ground, then back at me.
Do you get it now? I mean, if he found out I was here, I'd be screwed. And you would be...
Natsuki suddenly stops in her tracks. I'd be...
You'd be...
She waves her hand around her face.
You'd be as screwed as I am. I shouldn't have listened to you.
What? What do you mean?
Coming here was a mistake.
My eyes widen at the sound of her words. Do you think she regrets how far we've come? I look off to the side to collect myself before facing her and responding. Why do you think that? I mean, aren't you better off here than dealing with him?
Obviously, but what if he finds me with you? You might end up getting hurt.
That's just it, though. How would he even find us? He's on the other side of town. I know that alone isn't much, but it does make a difference. Well, he doesn't even know who I am, let alone where I live. I know you being here puts me at risk as well, but what other option is there? Maybe past the point of no return for you to go back? But in a month's time, you won't have to worry about him ever again. So all we can do is look ahead and try to get through this. Yeah? Without another word, Natsuki stands up and makes her way upstairs. Into the spare room, I'm guessing. I remain planted in my seat, running my hands through my hair. What the hell was I thinking? Bringing up her dad like that? It wasn't my place. I stand up and consider following her, but I stop myself in my tracks. Opting to occupy myself with something, I head into the kitchen and start transferring yesterday's clean but damp washing into the dryer. Did I mess this up? I don't think so. I'm doing the right thing. I know I am. Sure, there may be a few kinks that need to be ironed out, but it's better than leaving her with him. I get the last of the clothes into the dryer and start filling with the options. Having configured it to the fastest option I could, I press start and the machine quickly rumbles to life. But what do I do? How can I fix this? My mind immediately jumps to Sayori. She might know. Sayori's always had a knack for cheering people up, but maybe I shouldn't involve her in this. I can't always use her as an emotional crutch, especially not when she can barely keep herself together. Maybe Yuri? No, she can't know. Well, I guess I could make up some kind of story to explain to her, but even so, how much relationship advice would Yuri be able to give? So what about Monica? I imagine she'd probably know the most about, well, not relationship, but friendship advice. But she has more than enough on her plate already. I don't want to stress her out anymore. Well, it looks like I'm on my own here. What would Natsuki appreciate? I could make her dinner, but it's not like that affirms anything. I don't think I was ever expected to not feed her. Maybe I could buy a new volume of Perfect Girls? Nah, it seems a little too materialistic. Not to mention, those volumes could get really pricey. I'm not sure I have the money to burn on stuff like that. Noticing that the dryer is quieting down, I assume it's finished its job. That was fast. Opening the drawer under the sink, I grab a large bag and start stuffing the now dry items into it one by one. As I get the last article of clothing in it, something catches my attention. Natsuki's school blazer. Oh, look at that. Natsuki's school blazer, the left sleeve ripped at the seams. Black screen. Natsuki looks up from the copy of let me start that over again. Natsuki looks up from the oh my gosh. Natsuki looks up from the copy of Perfect Girls she was entrenched in.
Ow. Hey, DTD.
Hi.
Do you need something?
I just wanted to check up on you and see how you're holding up.
I'm fine.
That's good. I've got your clothes, by the way. I heft the bag into the room, propping it up next to her suitcase.
Oh, thanks.
She proceeds to try and shut the door to the room by stopping with my foot.
You mind?
Wait, her left eye peeks out from the little crevice left by the door.
What?
I shove her blazer through the gap. I saw this when I was going through the clothes and thought, if you're up to it, maybe we could try and fix it up. I dug out some sewing stuff from my parents' old room, got set up downstairs. We do have to go to school on Monday, so... She slowly opens the door. Natsuki stands in the doorway, leaning on its rim.
Do you even know how to sew?
First time for everything, right? I shake a shaky smile.
I know a little bit about it, but I've never actually sewn anything. Yes, we'll be learning together then.
She lobs Perfect Girls onto the futon before handing the blazer back to me. Yeah. I take the lead, heading downstairs. As we reach the living room, I take a seat on the couch, pointing towards all the stuff on the table. Strings, needles, this thing. I motion towards what I can only describe as a thumb-sized cheese grater.
A thimble?
Yeah, sure. Probably.
Well, looks like you got everything we'll need. Short of a sewing machine, anyway.
Good. I set the blazer down on the table, moving the sewing utensils to the side to make space for it. Natsuki takes a seat beside me. So, what first?
Well, why don't you try threading the needle? You need to thread the needle first before we can actually sew it.
Just as soon as I figure out what you mean. She sighs, picking up the string and the needle.
Look, you see the needle? Look at the top.
The little hole?
Yeah. Now you take the thread, and it's called a thread, not a string, and you push it through the hole.
Alright. She hands them both to me. I take the needle in one hand and the thread in the other. Closing one eye, I very slowly try to poke the thread through it. I overshoot, just barely missing the hole. Crap! I try again, even slower this time. For just a second, it appears as though the thread is through. Yes! Okay, now what?
Now you tie it up. Then that'll hold it in place. Oh, come on!
While distracted, my hand drifts away, pushing the needle back out with it. Ah, dang it!
You want me to give it a try?
Nah, I'll get it. Eventually. I give it one more go. Very delicately, deliberate movements. Nice and slow. Oh, I probably stabbed myself.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I sneezed. Hey, that wasn't my fault. It's the dust. This stuff is ancient.
Ah, it's fine. Now, where's that needle?
I think I dropped it.
In the carpet?
Forget it, I'll just use this one. I go to grab another needle. Oh my gosh. I go to grab another needle from the pile, but Natsuki stops me.
Why don't I give it a try? I mean, how hard can it be?
Pausing for a second to contemplate, she pipes up again.
Well, I suppose I can have a crack at it.
Sure. Anything I can do in the meantime? She ponders for a moment.
Not really?
Oh. Natsuki starts to attempt to thread the needle as I awkwardly stare at her hand movement. She keeps on missing the hole. Here, let me help. I hold her hand up, helping her steady it. Although she finally inserts the needle into the hole. There we go.
Thanks, I'll take it from here.
I let her go and she begins to loop the thread around the needle, tying a knot.
Ha! See, there we go.
I raise my hand, ready for a high five. She shakes her head, not willing to let go of the needle. Which, thinking about it, makes total sense. I solemnly lower my hand. She begins to run the needle through the blazer, connecting it and the sleeve. Each movement causes her to noticeably tense up. A bead of sweat cascades down through her forehead. I should probably help her. Natsuki, how about I give it a shot now?
Are you sure you won't screw it up?
Mostly?
Good enough. You know what to do.
Yeah, I've been watching.
Here you go.
She hands me the needle, careful not to pull on it too hard. Taking it over, I pull the jacket sleeve and hold it over the seam. Carefully, I push the needle through, pulling it out the other side.
You managing?
Just being careful. I push it back up towards me and begin repeating the process.
Hey, now you're getting it.
I know, right? I surprised myself a little.
Truth be told, you surprised me too.
I'm full of surprises. Gross. A bit of a chuckle escapes me. Natsuki pulls up her fist, shooting at me a threatening look. I fake a look of fear, following it up with a grin. Refocusing my attention to the blazer, I continue my sewing efforts. As I'm moving the needle through the sleeve, I accidentally prick my finger.
Ow!
I instantly go to suck the blood drawn from my horrific injury.
You, you idiot. That's what this is for.
She holds out the thimble.
Why didn't you make that before I started? I think you mess it up again. Just hand it over.
I hand her the blazer and needle to Natsuki, and she continues where I left off. Eventually, we're finally done with our botch attempt at sewing.
I think we're done.
Are you sure?
It looks presentable enough. The sleeve is holding up fine, so I guess.
She slowly puts on the blazer, trying to make sure she doesn't rip the stitches open.
So, what do you think?
Well, it's functional?
It looks bad, doesn't it?
No, I think there's a charm to it. Like ripped jeans.
You know, I don't know how comfortable I am taking fashion advice from you.
You can always take a look yourself. I grab my phone and point the camera at Natsuki. Say cheese.
Wait, what? Dude, what the hell?
What? It's just a picture.
Yeah, but you gotta warn me first.
I did. I told you to say cheese.
I meant a proper warning. There's a lot of steps involved in taking a good picture. I don't want to look bad.
I don't know. I think you look great. I shoot her a gentle smile. She flinches back, her cheeks turning a bright shade of red.
Don't be stupid.
Just take a look at it yourself. I turn the phone over to her, showing her the photo.
Huh. The jacket looks alright, I guess.
I don't really think the jacket is the highlight of the photo.
Ah! Whatever.
Natsuki takes off the jacket, mumbling under her breath. I can't help but laugh at her inability to receive compliments. She sets down the blazer on the arm of the couch. We both take a seat, relaxing from the mess that was trying to sew. I try to strike up some conversation, but our earlier argument is still hanging over me. Well, DTD, now is as good of a time as any to own up to your mistakes. Hey, Natsuki?
Yeah?
I'm sorry for what I said earlier. It was way offline.
Don't worry about it too much. I get it. This whole situation is just so complicated.
She grows silent, seemingly contemplating what she's going to say next.
So we got time to kill. Like, a lot of time. TV or Parfait Girls?
Hardest question of my life. Just kidding. Parfait Girls, obviously. Black screen. With volume 3 done, Natsuki reaches down to place it back in the box. Alright, I give up. This does get better and better.
See, it just took a little bit of time investment. Come on, say it. Just say you like it and be done with it. Well, not done. We haven't finished it, but you know what I mean.
I already said I liked it. I fake a hearty sigh. Yeah, it's really good. There, that's my final answer. You happy now?
Very.
I think it's time to get up. If we sit here any longer, I fear we might leave a lasting imprint on the couch. Not to mention it's dinner time. What do you fancy?
What do we got?
Honestly, I feel like we can have a night off. Get takeout or something. Like a door delivery. How's pizza sound?
Ooh, that sounds pretty nice. You sure you can afford it?
It won't break the bank.
I can chip in, you know.
Nah, it's on the house. Besides, just for tonight. Like a reward since we did something productive.
Like one of Pavlov's dogs.
I'm shocked you even know who Pavlov is.
I'm not stupid, you know. I heard Yuri yammering about it once or twice.
So you do listen to her. By the way, heads up. Taking my phone out of my pocket, I lob in her direction. Luckily, she catches it.
What's this for?
You sort the pizza out. I gotta go to the bathroom. Passcode's 1105. Pick what you want. I'll just have, I don't know. You can pick it for me too. But $30 is the limit. Got that?
Clear as day. Actually, did he say 30 was the limit, or was it 40?
Oh, shush. Natsuki buries herself in my phone as I head upstairs. As I head downstairs, I notice that Natsuki's turned lights off and the TV back on, legs crossed, resting on the coffee table. I step over her in order to take my seat. You took your time. Nature calls. So what do you get?
Oh, yeah. Large Hawaiian to share, some sour cream and onion sauce, breadsticks to go with that, and a big bottle of lemonade. Should be here in 10-15 minutes, give or take.
As delicious as that sounds, my mind immediately jumps to the price. Oh goodness, how much? As she returns my phone to me, I get my answer in the form of an email receipt. Oh, that's actually not that bad.
Plus, I tipped the guy. Hope you don't mind.
Sounds like a feast. So, what do you want to watch?
Oh, just some trashy soaps.
Really? I thought they only aired those during the day.
Reruns. I think they're called an omnibus when they rerun a bunch of episodes at once.
Right, I forgot that happens. I don't really watch TV. It just feels outdated given that you can stream almost anything you want. Suits my non-schedule better when I can just put something on whenever.
Funnily enough, I couldn't really buy those subscriptions. So, cable TV, that was my only option, besides rewatching old DVDs. And I wore those out pretty quickly. Hey, don't give me that look, it's not all that bad. They only had 2 helicopter crash subplots in this show.
I aspire to reach that level of self-control. Natsuki flinches, stiffing up like a board. I peer out the window and glance a lanky teenager with a backwards cap walking back to his car. Hey, it's okay. It's just the pizza guy.
Oh. I think the a-hole actually gave me an actual heart attack.
He could have just used the doorbell. Heading to the door, I grab the pizza and bag off the porch and head back inside. Well, here it is. Pizza, lemonade, and all the other stuff I already forgot you bought.
Well, put it down already and let's dig in.
Natsuki rips the box open. Taking a slice for herself, she slathers it in sour cream and onion sauce before stuffing her face. I retake my place on the couch, grabbing a slice for myself. We sit quietly, just appreciating our food and the garbage TV. But out of the corner of my eye, I notice movement coming from the window. Well, would you look at that?
What?
I think it's snowing outside.
Wait, are you serious?
She eerily springs to her feet and makes her way to the window, abandoning her slice of pizza as she does so. She presses her face against the glass as she looks on in awe at the small little flecks of snow falling from the sky.
No crap, we never get snow this early.
Must have been a couple of years at least. Haven't seen snow before November in a long time.
I wonder if there'll be enough to stick.
Guess we find out tomorrow morning. Until then, let's keep eating.
Not gonna argue with that.
She jumps back on the couch and quickly grabs another slice. As I try and reach for the lemonade, I see Natsuki quickly open the bottle and take a swing.
Hey, come on, use a glass. What? I was thirsty. It's not that big of a deal.
It's kind of gross. Now I gotta drink for that.
Alright.
She wipes the bottle top with her shirt before setting it down and disappearing into the kitchen momentarily. When she returns, she throws a plastic cup my way. I fumble, but catch it, proceeding to pour myself a glass. You know, I remember last time it snowed, me and Sayori went all over town. It was so weird seeing everything covered in snow, because we'd only see it maybe 2 or 3 times in our lives at that point. We kept trying to make snowmen, but they always fell apart.
My snow day experience was, different. Back then, I used to hang out with a different crowd. Not really anyone I'd call friends, though. Don't think you know anything, but... Anyway, we all thought it'd be very funny to throw snowballs at passing cars. And it was funny, until one slammed the brakes and we all bolted. I pretty much ran until my lungs were sore and ended up having to go home because we all split. And I thought my life was boring. Yeah, I was a real piece of crap back then.
Well, at least you've outgrown throwing stuff at moving vehicles. I hope. She smirks and snickers at me as I take a swing of lemonade.
Now that I mention it, I think I got something fun for us to do tomorrow.
Absolutely not.
I'm kidding.
Come on, we could probably do something fun and legal, moral.
Hell if I know. What you got in mind?
You can throw snowballs at me instead.
Deal. But only if I get to do it when you least expect it.
I heave an exaggerated sigh. If it keeps you from throwing them at cars, then sure. I reclaim a couple more slices for myself, leaving the last few for Natsuki. We both stuff our faces in silence. Unsurprisingly, the pizza is finished within a matter of minutes. The breadsticks go ignored.
So, what do you think we'll do after Dad's out of the picture?
What do you mean?
Like, where would I go? I mean, it's not like we've thought it through to that point yet. It's something we're going to need to talk about either way.
Okay. Do you have any family members nearby or know any friends who'd let you stay at their house? Natsuki eyed the ground timidly, not really sure how to respond.
Well, my mom's side of the family lives about 400-ish miles away. I thought about that for a very long time, running from home and finding my way there somehow. But I never had a clue of what was going on, and I was so scared they wouldn't believe me. Well, obviously, being stuck with Dad, I always thought it would be impossible. Until you got me away from him. Now it feels like a distinct possibility. The long-term solution, you know? The problem is I haven't seen any of them in like 10 years. And after Mom, yeah, I don't know.
Her head turns to face me as her eyes meet mine. I probably hinted at it countless times, but... Listen, I can't guarantee anything since this isn't technically my house, it's my mom's. But I'll let you stay with me for as long as you need, even after your 18th.
Thanks.
It's the least I can do. I rise from the couch, grab the TV remote, and shut it off. Well, if we want to enjoy the snow, we should probably get some sleep.
Yeah, I'm completely out of it.
Natsuki stands up, starts gathering up the empty dips, and stuffing them into yesterday's carrier bag. Quick to step in, however, I stop her.
Yeah?
I'll take care of it. You can get ready for bed. I'll head up there in a minute.
You sure?
Yeah, I've got it. Natsuki nonchalantly shrugs. Go for it. And with that, she makes her way upstairs. Taking the empty pizza box, I rip it into parts and stuff them into the bag. Black screen. Ooh, long black screen. Oh, Sunday, 1st of October, 2017. Black screen, are you ever going to end?
Hey! 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 Idiot, wake up!
Opening my eyes, I'm greeted by Natsuki hovering over me. What's going on?
The snow's stuck!
Huh? Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, I haven't gone out, but it's really piling up.
That's neat.
Come on! Let's go check it out!
What's the time?
Like midday?
Just give me 5. Man, you're
You're a really heavy sleeper. No way you're just going to sleep for another 3 hours. Come on!
I rush my eyes back open. Fine. Just get out for a second. I'm not too decent under here.
Ew. I'll be out in the hall.
She disappears. Slipping out from under my sheets, I immediately rush to the wardrobe to put on a shirt and some pants on. I slip my shoes on as I exit into the hall. Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode of Doki Doki Exit Music Redux. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is DTT. Remember to hold on, I forget. What am I supposed to say? Oh yeah, remember to like and subscribe. Tell a friend about the channel. Remember to tell that friend to tell a friend about the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!